This is the Whirl and Twirl tutorial, where we'll be manipulating the ring in such a way that it wraps around our wrist. Okay. This is a great trick, awesome trick, and it's worth a single point. Okay. Every time it goes around your wrist, you get an extra point. It's very simple. So, let me show you how to do them here. This is an example of a whirl. Okay? That's as slow as I can do it. And this is a twirl. Okay? Now, let me get more specific on what's going on here. You might have seen a whirl and a twirl. They're really the same trick, but the ring is just going in a different direction for each. So, to help you understand what a whirl is, since in the beginning it might sound confusing, oh, am I doing whirl or twirl? Here's an example. You start in your right hand, you look down on it, and you bring it around your wrist in such a way that the ring is spinning clockwise. Okay? Looking down, clockwise. Check. Twirl, it's just the opposite. And then all of that is the inverse if it's in the other hand. Once you understand the distinction, it's crystal clear. Here's another way to be able to understand it. A whirl is most easily done in the forward holding position, and a twirl, the reverse. So it's another way to be able to tell. So if I was to do a twirl from a forward holding position, which typically isn't natural to do, it just doesn't feel right, and sometimes you drop it. So, yeah, whirls from the forward holding position, twirls from the reverse. That's easiest. You can actually do them unlike that, okay? You can do a whirl from the reverse holding position, and you can do a twirl from forward. It just takes an extra bit of finesse, and it's a little bit tricky, and it adds an extra skill to the move. So it's actually a new trick, okay? So if you start a whirl or a twirl from the holding position that's not natural to do it in, it is called a switch whirl or a switch twirl, respectively. And it's worth not 1 point, but 2 points. So every time you wrap the ring around your wrist, it's worth 1 point. Switch, whirl, and twirl, it's really like 2 wraps around. That's kind of what it looks like. So, for example, here is a single wraparound, a single whirl. 1 point, okay? Here's a switch whirl. See, that's like kind of like 2. It's 1.5. That's real quick. That's worth 2 points, okay? And those are the basics of it. You just have to get a feel for it. I find the motion to be extremely comfortable. I always would go to the grocery store and like eat the plastic bags, and you like wrap them around your wrist if they're not too heavy, and like spin them around. I always did that as like a game, and it's just the exact same motion as a whirl. Twirls, obviously something you can do as well. But anyways, that covers scoring and the fundamentals and distinction of the two different directions. The only other thing I want to say here is you can actually do, instead of a full whirl or twirl, a half whirl or twirl, and that's also worth 1 point. Okay, so this is a half twirl. This is a half whirl. Okay? So you can go back and forth all day. And there you go. So half whirl and twirl is a nice little switch trick if you want to get in the other holding position, or you can do a switch whirl and twirl, which is an extra rotation around, 1.5, as it were. That's it. So I hope that makes things clear, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.